Hey everybody, welcome back to Superman Crypto, your host Superman in the house, and we're going to get into some pretty cool stuff here with the close of day 57, day 57 of TitanX, and of course the TitanX making millionaires in 2024. It's going to be pretty exciting. So far, so good. This protocol is looking like it's got the positive cycle in place, and it only looks more bullish in the future. So it's pretty cool. Let's get into today's results though. Day 57. And we can see that at the moment the liquid supply is 7.35% here on the pie chart, which is pretty amazing. 536 billion at the moment. And this has increased from day 56 to day 57 by 59 billion at the end of the day. Staked, of course, is sitting at 2 trillion 748 billion. And of course, that is up a 41. It's up 41 billion for the day. So that's how much has increased from day 56 to the end of day 57. We've now started day 58, of course. We're about half an hour into that. The buy and burn at the moment hit the big number, 4 trillion. Can you believe it? 4 trillion and 17 billion has been burned. That's almost 18.6 million US dollars. Pretty amazing. That is up a 271 billion. Can you believe it? With the price of TitanX pulling down, means a higher buy and burn, something like 1,550 million per burn. And with 7 or 8 burns an hour, it's pretty massive for the day. So looking really big. We'll probably get to see a bigger number tomorrow as the price pulls down there. Now, the increase in ETH was spectacular. We started off with 9,193, and this is, remember, this is after the buy and burn. So we do all that buy and burn, and then, of course, we end up with 9,620 ETH at the end. So let's go check the buy and burn numbers. Here is the buy and burn, $21.8 million. We got 9,526 ETH. So by the end of the day, we were up by 427 ETH. And that's incredible, 427 ETH up for the day. And of course, it's 2 days after the big double payout. Amazing. So looking really good. Obviously, day 56 was the beginning of that, was the double payout for the 8-day and the 28-day. $5.3 million are remarkable. And of course, that's been going up and up and up. And so we've been 2 days into it before the next payout for stakers, which is in another 5 days' time. So pretty amazing results there at the moment. 21.8 million. That doesn't include the V1, which is at 10.2 million. So really, you're sitting at a massive number now. What's that? $32 million. Amazing. Now, obviously, we're going to be talking about a lot of the further picture out, but this is incredible. Let's go to the payouts already. After that big double payout on the 8th, for the 8-day and the 28-day combining, at the moment we've got the 8-day coming up, and that is ticking through 25% the way through so far. And of course, we're waiting for that. It's coming up on day 864 for that payout, which is pretty exciting. We're going to look on the price chart for that in a minute. But at the moment, $833,000 is in there already. That's mind-blowing. And 363 ETH, which is incredible. And to give you some perspective on what the 8-day payout was approximately back on 2 days ago, let me just pull up a number here. It was pretty spectacular. And just waiting for that to open. Yeah, it was sitting around 584 plus or minus. That's almost the end of the day results. So we're heading well on the road to that. 363 already in 2 days and 5 more days to go for that. So Beastie Boy payout. Going to be really, really cool. And of course, if you actually got staked before the double payout, you got about 38% of your capital back that day, and you're about to get a whole ton more with relative dilution happening from day to day. Today, we only had 41 billion increase in staking, which is a lot less than what we've seen. And of course, yesterday, that's pretty amazing. And the day before, we saw an 124 billion increase staking, so a lot less happening there. So pretty bullish on the results there for day 57. Day 58 is in play. And, of course, looking forward to that next payout day on day 64 is going to be pretty epic. All right, so let's get into it. We've got a few other things to talk about. Obviously, if you're new to TitanX, you can mine. That's what a lot of people are doing to get the inflation in the future. Some people are doing short, some doing medium, some people are doing long. And it's just whatever strategy suits you. And, of course, staking has been very profitable to get paid in ETH, right? And everyone loves those ETH payments. All right, don't forget the mining value you're going to mine is going down every day, about 25,000 a day. We're now down to 6,550,000 on the base. the early adoption amplifier there. The early bonus is still at 8.37. Remember, by day 84, we're going to be down at 6 million on day 84. We're currently on day 58. So just remember that. That's coming up in January. So it's going to be a pretty important day. The staking, of course, is also going down. The share rate bonus is at 813 at the moment. That's going to keep going down as well. Remember, longer pays better there as well. All right, let's get into the price at the moment. So how's the price responded? Obviously, the price has been going down here a little bit at the moment. Managed to hold on. We did expect the price to go down. It's now at 4,654 and just selling off a little bit after the end of the close. You can see that after the end of the close, selling down. Pretty important there, and nothing to see there, folks. Now, obviously, the buy and burn is going to be triggering more. So let's have a quick look at the buy and burn and check out what that is doing at the moment per burn. You can see all the sells are now happening there. The buy and burn is when the price goes down, the buy and burn is able to burn more, especially if the price of ETH goes up. ETH around about $2,300 per ETH, and at the moment 1.62 billion was burned through the buy there. 3.31 ETH is still in play on that burn, which is about $7,610 at the moment. So the burn keeps going up. We're sitting at 1.1,550,000,000. Now we're up to 1.6 billion. That's huge, folks. So that does help to keep some the inflation off the market. Remember, this is high cost inflation, so it goes off the market with the buy and burn. Goodbye, as we say. So that's going to continue to keep going. Let's have a quick look at some of the results here on the Mike Dean dashboard. Big shout out to Mike Dean for providing all the data, getting into Twitter Spaces, started his YouTube channel now. It's kind of cool. So we're sitting at 10,728 unique users. 36,800 is the amount of ETH that's gone through the protocol so far. And let's jump over to some of the key metrics. We've had some awesome ETH coming in through the miners last couple of days. Of course, 119.67 on day 55, 3,435 on day 56, the second all-time high, almost bid out day 2 at 3,641. And of course, yesterday we had day 57, 1,408, which was spectacular. That's a great result. And of course, we're in the holiday period, Christmas time. And of course, pretty amazing. 536 ETH gone through so far on day 58, and that's going to continue. We've got a big day that's not going to roll over till tomorrow. We've got a long way to go so far for that. So that's going to be a big number too, from the looks of it, when we get over to the other side. Minted tokens yesterday was 397 billion, and of course, currently we're at 39 with a long way to go. So kind of cool there at the moment. And of course, this is the inflation ladders that we've got coming up in the next 90 days. So it's your future supply coming up there. Obviously, a big day, a couple of big days ahead of us. We're going to talk about those as well, day 18 and, of course, day 24. And, of course, the big 28-day payout, the 9-day payout there. This is a bulk of inflation. It's going to be fun to see what happens once we move past this into February. And we're going to talk about that in the price chart in a second. Here is the future supply. If we zoom out from here, the 90-day, and zoom out to all the way, we can see we've got the big candle there on the 3rd. But don't worry about that too much, I suggest. Because we'll have Hyper and many other burn protocols launching in before there. And, of course, we'll also have the big, giant buy and burn. It's going to be massive, particularly V1. That's going to be continuing to increase. So keep watching out for that. These numbers get bigger and bigger and bigger, and may be able to handle a lot of this between the burning and the staking protocols of Hyper and other third-party protocols, maybe like Pyro and many others probably down the line. This 10 trillion and the rest of it will probably get handled quite nicely. A couple of days of volatility perhaps, and then we move forward into time. And of course, maybe the bull market peaks out there, maybe first quarter of 25, maybe a bit further beyond that. It's going to be fun to see. All right, so as you can see on the payouts, 6 days left there till payout, 5 days left to go really for the accumulation, and 26 days there away for the 28, and 32 days for the 90. What a lot of fun it's going to be. As you guys can see on the chart, that's going to be pretty spectacular. And I love looking at the payout amounts coming in there, always going up. 833 at the moment. Let's refresh it and have a look at how it's gone up there. 833, 836, another 3,000 sitting in there. I love it. I love it. Love it. 364 ETH looking really good. And that is what a lot of people are after. So we're going to have 836,000 on the 28th day, and then which is not that far away, right? 26 days. And then, of course, we're going to have 4.2 million. I've got this extrapolated at the moment, currently around maybe a 6.25 million to 6.6 million on the high side. And so that's going to be a big, big prize. And of course, this is going to be fun to see how big this payout cycle gets as well, given the fact that on the 28 payout, it got up to around $4 million. So what's it going to be this time? It's going to be pretty fun to see. Only 7% the way through there. It's going to be pretty awesome. So if we do some quick math on that too, let's take 836 and we're going to divide that by 0.07. That's suggesting potentially a big number there. So looking forward to it. So it's going to be a big number as well. All right, let's move on into some of the other cool metrics we've got at the moment with the summary on TitanWatch. And let's give it a bit of a refresh for this. This is a great site, by the way, a new addition. There's going to be many more sites, of course, in TitanX, which is on Ethereum, right? This project is on Ethereum, just to let you know if you're new. So far, we've got minted today, $1 million worth minted, but we've started a brand new day, right? Day 58, and we're only 43 minutes into it. So what's it? Yeah, 43 minutes. We've got $77,000 spent on mining already in 43 minutes. Amazing protocol. And of course, new users 28, started today 165. The buy and burn day spend already $1.4 million. Woohoo, burning that inflation off, especially as the price comes down. As we see, it's going to burn a heck of a lot more in terms of Titan. So that's off the market for the future. It's going to be super bullish in the future there. Now, we're expecting high inflation over the sort of Christmas holiday break in New Year. So no surprise there. Now, coming into the buy and burn balance, already up to $47,000, and the staked amount already 22,000 inside the stake in addition to what's already gone there. This is obviously the third day after payout. And of course, liquid supply, 540 billion there coming into play on the liquidity, 2.5 million total. So let's get to some of the miner growth. I really am watching this pretty closely. Miners keep going up to the right and user growth as well to the right, looking very good. And of course, people look amazed by the liquidity amount as well. So what people can do with that, they can hold it, they can sell it, and they can stake it. So that's kind of what they do at the moment. In the future, they're going to be able to burn it and get some credits and other benefits from that. So it's going to be fun. Now you can see all the different ones coming in just after the day close. We're only 43 minutes into it. All the different positions. You can see a lot of people. This person's got 70 days, 90 days. There's some pretty amazing stuff. 50 days, 31 days. A lot of short cycling there. 31 days, etc. So people are pushing that out. Now, if we look at the mining and have a look to see where that's going, we can see actually at the max mine at the moment, you're getting 1,377 million TitanX there. So just under 1.4 billion at the moment. So that's going down all the time. The cost of the mine is going up all the time as well. And eventually that's pretty close to getting to 0.21 ETH. So it's up to $81 at the moment. But still, you're still getting a 13.3x returns or 1,230% at the current price. And that's after it's even pulled back a little bit here. It's going to be fun to see that play out as well. Now, when we get some pretty serious deflation, we're probably going to see the market price start to rise, right? So think of things that are coming up for that. Let's go full screen on the chart. And let's have a look at the future, and let's see where we're at there. So let me just screen that on, and let's go to the daily chart, and we'll auto log that. Bam, there we are. We've got some cool overlays here, and let's see how that's going. Let me just make this a little bit straight there. So we've got the 8 days coming up. Just trying to get everything on the same screen together. Let me just move that over again. So we've got the current day price there. We've got obviously 8 day coming up there on the 27th in terms of staker payouts. So they keep coming, right? These ones are going to be very lucrative for the people staked already, and it's going to be pretty good. But we do have higher inflation in this period, remember? So that's got to be eaten up as well. But as the price lowers, the buy and burn burns more. And currently we're at 3.3 ETH for that buy and burn. Now, potentially, will we get a white paper for Hyper in the 28th? Will we get some other paper for any other projects? We'll see. But in any case, or will we get the Hyper project white paper maybe at the beginning of February? It's definitely possible. Or in January. It can come out pretty much any time before it launches. So we're waiting for that as well. Now, obviously, we've got all the 8 day payouts coming up. This is for a while, at least up to the 15th of February. We've got the 28 day on the 18th and the 90 day on the 24th. Big sparks will fly in this period because we've got 8 day, 28 day, 8 day, 90 day, 8 day. Huge incentives for people to get in. Only quiet period is here at the moment. And of course, on the 1st of January, we've got a big fat candle coming out there as well on the big candle there. So let's go have a look at that. That's going to be this one here coming out here on that day. And that's currently got 2 trillion. So we have got a couple of mega candles, 1 trillion and 1 trillion there. And of course, we've got almost 1 trillion here on the 1st of January. So those are the first big candle there up in these ranges. But of course, we've got these big payouts to start eating those up, as well as the buy and burn, and the big whales will come out and play for this. You saw that happen the other day for the double payout, so it's pretty bullish. That gets us into hyper period, and maybe we'll get the white paper at the beginning of February. Maybe we could get it any time in this zone, and of course then potentially we might get hyper launching in February or March. Obviously, Jake has talked about getting out there before the Bitcoin halving, which is out there as well on the 18th of April, but he said it's going to be earlier than that. And of course, here we are potentially in this period. So it's going to be fun to see that play out. Obviously, with why would it have it here on the 16th? Well, we get rid of all the inflation here. And that's something, one of his goals he's talked about. Then all the inflation get out there as well. And then maybe we'll get the launch somewhere in this period, well before the Bitcoin halving. So a nice little sweet spot there. We'll see how that plays out. But that currently is the view by a lot of people. And of course, we've got, after the hyper launch, potentially we got 4 or 5 protocols at least being talked about. One of them Pyro, of course. So we're looking forward to hear about that in addition to hyper. But once hyper gets out, folks, game changer. And of course, when we get that to that first 280 day, potentially we could have a very big war chest inside of the buy and burn, which is going to be spectacular as well. So massive deflation, and of course, massive buying power accumulating inside the buy and burn address. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now, we could talk about all the rest of tokenomics, but we'll be here for another half an hour. So we're going to wrap up there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's going to be a beastie day for day 58. And of course, get into it, folks. It is a good time. Of course, making millionaires in the future. A lot of people are mining to capture that sweet inflation. And of course, a lot of people are staking to hatch that sweet ETH. And of course, a lot of people are compounding that, getting some pretty stellar returns. And of course, trying to get themselves the super millionaires in 2024. Looks like TitanX is one of those protocols that may very well do it. Never, of course, do your financial due diligence, not financial advice, all that good stuff. Hope you guys enjoyed some of the insights here, and I'll catch you next one. Take care. Bye for now.